Coming up on SAU News, students brave the stage and crowd stepping into the spotlight to show off their special talents.
We'll take a look back to spring break to tell you all about student missions.
A legacy like none other, we celebrate conductor Ken Parsons as he concludes his service at Southern and enters retirement. All that and more coming up.
SAU News starts now. Welcome to SAU News. I'm Natalie Sisak.
And I'm Aaliyah Barrows. Our newscast is brought to you by the SJC Productions in the School of Journalism and Communication. Performers took center stage last weekend to share their creativity, passion, and unique talents. From music and dance to spoken word, the annual talent show brought energy and excitement. Reporter Caitlin Lacing brings us the SA Talent Show.
Excitement is in the air as friends, family, and classmates come to see tonight's show. From singers to dancers to jugglers and poetry.
People filled the gym and different acts were being presented throughout the night. The audience is cheering and clapping and celebrating every performance. As the final note is played, performers take a moment to reflect on the experience.
I felt pretty good performing it. I was very focused. The audience they were really engaged into it, so I was just blown away.
Taking the stage is more than just a moment in the spotlight. It's the result of weeks of preparation and dedication. Each performer brings their own story and experience to the stage.
It was definitely something I've never done before, singing and playing, because usually when I play, it's my violin is an extension of my voice, but separating my violin and my voice was tricky, but I'm glad I was able not to crash and burn.
From singing to poetry, tonight's talent show offered something for everyone. With one final round of applause, the talent show named its winner. Jeremie Collier Freed took the spotlight with his performance of Tennessee to Me, earning both the judges' votes and the cash prize for the end of the night. For SAU News, I'm Caitlin Lacing.
Congratulations to all performers, especially to this year's winner, for a great show.
Last spring break, dozens of students chose to spend their break overseas serving on mission trips organized by ERC. ERC missions took 22 students to Mexico and 21 to Costa Rica. During the trip, students partnered with local communities, sharing their faith through preaching, outreach activities, and personal evangelism. Religion student Tian Le shared how the experience impacted his faith and perspective.
This last spring break, I went on an ERC mission trip to Mexico, and we went and preached an evangelistic series in Chiapas. As I was there on that trip, I had my encounter with Jesus, and hearing that for myself as I'm preaching these messages, not only am I making appeals to the people, I heard God making appeals to my heart, asking me to accept Him as my Savior. And it was on that trip I was able to make that decision, and it was such a huge blessing.
ERC Missions is always looking for dedicated volunteers to share the gospel and make an impact around the world.
While Southern has made improvements for people with disabilities, an advocacy group on campus says there's still more work to do. SAU News reporter Havana Hippler introduces us to the Student Advocates for Disabilities.
Led by Heidi Berg, Student Advocates for Disabilities, also known as SAVD, are creating space on Southern's campus for students to be heard.
It is a safe space for people with and without disabilities. Nobody's going to ask you if you're disabled or what your disability is.
As they enjoy snacks together, they have open conversations and guest speakers that highlight what life really looks like to live with disabilities. Their final meeting of the semester is set for April 23rd, where they'll continue bringing student concerns to disability support services.
It's just amazing that we have a kind of place now for students as some peer-to-peer resources.
As Burke prepares to step down next year, the group is now looking for volunteers to carry the mission forward. Members say they've been hearing more about Southern's 5-year campus accessibility plan, and they're hopeful they'll see it fully put into action.
I hope that this group can help administration recognize that we are not able to wait forever.
I would encourage people to learn about disabilities and to get to know the people here who have them and realize how great these people are.
Another resource that Southern offers, alongside with the Student Advocates for Disabilities, is the Disability Support Services located on the 3rd floor of Beats, where you can come and ask questions. I'm Havana Hippler reporting for SIU News.
If you are interested in attending the next meeting on April 23, they are welcoming anyone who would like to go.
Southern School of Music hosted its general music recitals, which gives music majors the opportunity to perform and grow. General recitals feature soloists and chamber groups under faculty guidance. Recitals are required for majors in applied or concentration music lessons as part of their development. The recitals offer the chance for musicians to showcase their work in front of a live audience. The support environment helps build confidence while fostering a strong sense of community. The concerts also offer the audience a chance to slow down and experience live classical music.
Southern's Advertising Club recently received disappointing news regarding their participation in the National Student Advertising Competition, or NSAC. After 2 semesters of preparing a promotional campaign for the NFL, the club learned that previously arranged accommodations allowing them to complete outside of Sabbath hours had fallen through. The final presentation is now scheduled to take place during Sabbath hours. Due to the NSAC's inability to accommodate the club's observance of Sabbath, faculty sponsor Dr. Michael Finch organized an alternative final presentation. This presentation will be held April 26th and judged by local advertising professionals. While the change is disappointing, members of the Ad Club remain committed to refining their campaign, taking pride not only in their work, but also in standing firm in their beliefs.
At Southern, the Wind Symphony has been on the road, sharing music across multiple cities. But this year's tour carries a deeper meaning, as it marks the final tour for longtime conductor Ken Parsons.
From Wednesday to Saturday, the SIU Wind Symphony traveled through Central Florida, performing at different schools and churches: Walker Memorial Academy, Forest Lake Academy, and Spring Meadows SDA Church. Each stop on the tour comes with its own routine, turning spaces into performance halls in just minutes. Every time we come to a new location, we set up chairs and stands for our concerts. Behind every setup is a group of dedicated musicians, many of whom have spent years growing under the same leadership.
Mr. Parsons has been, in my life for the last 5 years, and he has put his best for everything, and you can see the quality of his work.
That leadership comes from conductor Ken Parsons, who is leading his final tour before retiring this semester.
The years I've spent at Southern have been fabulous. There's always been a lot of variety. Students come into the ensemble, they stay 3 or 4, in some cases 5, even 6 years, and then they're gone. So the group is always changing.
After years of directing, teaching, and shaping musicians, Parsons leaves behind more than music. He leaves a legacy.
We're gonna miss him. He made Wind Symphony what it is for so many years, and it's gonna be a different experience without him.
As one chapter closes for Ken Parsons, another begins, carried on by the students he's inspired and the generations still to come. For SEU News, I am Sam Robles.
In addition to working with soloists, Parsons has launched new performing groups like the Steel Drum Band and the Jazz Ensemble.
Large-scale nature photography is taking center stage in the Hulsey Wellness Center. Photographer and Professor Ben Thornton, known for his striking images of national parks, is installing a collection of his work inside the 3rd floor amphitheater. The exhibit features some of his most powerful photographs carefully selected to create a lasting visual experience.
It's exciting to have so many pictures up at one place, and every single photo has a story behind it. And it's great to be able to share those stories, and share those experiences. An opportunity for students to see that I'm more than the professor that stands up there and lectures.
Thornton says his background in biology shapes how he sees the world. He uses photography to slow down and help others appreciate the natural environment in a new way.
Over the past few days, signs of spring have been in full bloom here in Collegedale. The annual tulip season is now underway at Aubie Smith Farms. The flowers grown at Aubie Smith Farms have various meanings. From friendship and love to support and sympathy, these flowers are grown with attention and care. With flowers in full bloom and visitors filling the grounds, Aubie Smith Farms has become a popular destination for couples and families alike. The farm offers a variety of activities, from viewing vibrant flowers and decorative displays to taking a tractor ride, where guests can enjoy the scenery and spot local wildlife. At the end of your visit, you can cut your own flowers to take home. Aubie Smith Farms has now closed for the season, but be on the lookout next year when the flowers bloom again in March.
Southern's traveling student music ministry Engage wrapped up a View Southern with the Spirit-Filled Night of Worship. SAU's Engage Worship gathered for an evening of song called United Praise, where all 4 Engage worship teams collaborated for a music-filled night. Prospective students visiting the university as well as their family and friends gathered in the sanctuary for the night of worship. Engage leadership shared a message and cultural credit was given as well. As the night ended, the room was filled with voices and instruments in praise to God.
Just like the 1960s when the U.S. sent astronauts to the moon, people all over the country gathered in front of large screens this week to witness the historic launch of the Artemis II rocket. Engineering and physics majors celebrated with a watch party to mark the first time space explorers have returned to the moon in more than 50 years. Their party was made even more sweet by a one-of-a-kind pastry. Donut maker Krispy Kreme created an Artemis II donut in honor of the blastoff. It features blue vanilla-flavored icing, Oreo crunch, and a red chevron as a nod to the NASA logo. Besides cheering during the launch, the students prayed for the astronauts' safe return. Just another one of those college memories you'll carry with you for life.
Wow, Natalie, did you hear anything about the space launch?
I did, actually. I saw a TikTok video where someone got a front row seat to the launch, watching it from their plane window.
Yeah. Wow.
Super cool.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
SAU News is a student-run production here in Southern School of Journalism and Communication. I'm Natalie Sisak.
And I'm Aaliyah Barrows. Do you have a newsworthy story? Message us on Instagram at SAU_news. Thank you for watching.
See you next time and have a great day.